In this video, we will see how the Extra Fields Manager plugin works, which allows us to add fields in any section of our Framework360 environment, an input, a text area, or any other type of field, where we can insert customized content as we wish. Let's take a closer look at how it works. First, we need to install it by going into Customization, Plugins, and then searching for Extra Fields Manager in the search input. As we can see in fact already in the description, Framework360 tells us that the Extra Fields Manager plugin is a component that allows adding new customized fields in any section of your environment. Obviously, Framework360 provides us with a lot of possibilities in any section, but if we want to add customized inputs, we will need to install this plugin. By clicking on OK, as always, a section called Plugin Preferences will open here. This will allow us to manage the settings of the individual plugin we have installed. As we can see, in fact, by opening the preferences, we find that on the left, all the entries of the sidebar of all the Framework360 modules are listed. If, for example, we wanted to add a new field to the customer database that, for instance, is not available by default on Framework360, such as the business sector of this client, we simply need to go into the Extra Fields Manager plugin, find the module, clients, and click on it. And then, on the right, as we can see, the option to add new fields will have opened. We can add as many as we want, for example. As we mentioned, we want to add business sector. This is the name of the field. This is the type of field. It can be a number type or a free text input, where any type of content can be added. A checkbox, a simple text area, an advanced text area with TinyMCA with features like bold, underline, and many others. We can even add a visual builder like the one shown on the pages for building our website or landing page. As we can see, in fact, a visual builder similar to this will be added, and we could also add the ability to upload a single image, a gallery, any file, such as a PDF, a video from YouTube or Vimeo, and then a date. In this case, since the company sector must be a free text input, we add input under translations. We could decide whether this input should be translatable or not. In this case, we set it as non-translatable for translations, referring to the tutorial on multilingual support, and then in the display section, we will have the option to display the content of the field company sector, which we will now see will open in our records, even when, for example, a customer places an order. Obviously, the record must already exist. The field, the company sector, must already be pre-filled, but by selecting display, billing data, for example, the order will also show the sector of the company that just placed the order. Let's pretend that, for example, Mario Rossi from Hotel Milano company has placed an order on our website. We will see in the module sales in the related order that just arrived from Mario Rossi, also the sector of the Hotel Milano company. In this case, it could clearly be, for example, the tourism sector or the hotel sector. Let's click on Save. And as we can see now, by going to the customer interface and reloading the page, a new section will have opened here on the right called Additional Fields, where we can add the sector of this customer's company. Demo, in this case, for example, we said hotel. Okay, this is clearly one of the possibilities, but we will also have the option to add a new field. Let's call it test field. And for example, we want to add a visual builder by saving. As we can see in the customer module under Additional Fields, the TON test field will have opened with the possibility to add any type of content through the visual builder. If instead of visual builder, we put, for example, advanced Textarea and reload the page, we will see that a very convenient Textarea will have opened where we can put paragraphs. For example, title 1, title 2, the bold. The italics for the text that we are going to insert clearly here by saving these fields, they will be clearly saved in the customer interface. As we can see, we are going to remove this field as well since we don't need it. Now we have inserted a custom field, for example in the customer module, but we could add custom fields of any type in any module of our environment. Framework360, if for example we access the pages module and add a new field, for instance, called modification date, because maybe internally in the company, we have multiple web designers and we want each of them to enter the date when they modified that type of page. And by clicking Save, accessing under Website page, we go, for example, to the home page. We will see that a new tab called Additional Fields will have opened, which will allow us to enter a date called Modification Date. Today is the 26th. By saving and reloading the home page, as we can see, the modification date will be retained. we can do the same thing for any module in our environment. Framework360. As we can see, in fact, going back to the client module, since we added content in a client graphic, the system will alert us the field has been used, therefore deleting it would result in the loss of any entered data. If we, for example, want to see as a last thing, how does the input display work? We click on our billing data in this case and try to make a us fake order in the sales module. We click on add, select the customer, in this case the only one available, which we modified with the new input from the Extra Fields Manager plugin. We add, for example, PayPal as the payment method, payment collected, order status in processing. Proceed without sending the notification. We add a new product to the cart, for example, test product, price. We set 10 euros, click insert, and then click on save. As we can see in this specific order created by the customer, demo. Under billing data, there will be the company hotel sector, which will allow us to see at a glance in which sector the company that just placed this order is located. This appears because we selected view billing data